Well, good afternoon, everyone. This is John with the Engaged Youth Forum. We are so excited to be with you this week. We have an amazing group of young people, and they're really taking this assignment seriously. They're showing up, having discussions before about what they're going to say, and they're sharing some really powerful insights, some suggestions, their opinions on things that they're doing to help them out during this time of isolation, during this the COVID-19. And I believe that they're giving some information that will be valuable to their peers. And I now this is just my opinion, and you know what they say about opinions, but I believe that a lot of adults could also benefit from some of the information that they're sharing. So I really hope that you would take the time and just watch this video all the way through. It'll be about 15 minutes, but it could be 15 minutes of impactful, powerful recommendations for you and for your young people. And so now let's go ahead and get started. So what we're going to do, we're going to have them to introduce themselves. You may be familiar with them already, but just in case this is your first time tuning in, we want them to let you know who they are. All right.
Well, I am going to be her sister, and I'm also the designated old person here because obviously Goddaddy is not old, and I'm the oldest one out here. That's about it.
Hi, my name's Caleb, and I'm in the eighth grade.
Hi, my name is Amila, and I'm in the sixth grade.
Hi, my name is Tony and I'm in seventh grade.
Thank you all so much, and Jania, thank you for that compliment. I know I have this stuff at the top of my head, but if I told you that somebody came and sold it in last night, would you believe that?
Yes.
You would? All right. So this is the Engaged Youth Forum, and it's a personal vlog. It's a video of who we are. It talks a little bit about what we're doing, and our purpose for this is once again to just give some of the issues that are facing the youth with answers from the youth. So we've talked about how do you deal with school and the possibility that they may not be in school for another year. We talked about how are they handling isolation and boredom and not being able to connect with their friends. And so these are some of the things that we've talked about on previous sessions. Today, we're going to come in with a little bit more serious topic. And so we want to know, we're going to figure out what we're going to do because we find out that there are a lot of people who are actually losing their lives to this virus. And before we do that, as I was saying, this is a personal vlog, so we're not giving you advice. That's not what we're trying to do. We're not asserting that we're professionals in any way. We're just sharing with you some thoughts that we have, some of the opinions that we have, maybe some suggestions or recommendations of what other young people could do if they're experiencing the same thing. So we're not taking responsibility for the information. If you try to use this information and it doesn't work out for you, then we're not telling you to go do it. We're just sharing with you what we do and giving our opinions. Okay. So the first thing we want to talk about today is what are your concerns or what are your fears about possibly losing a loved one as a result of this virus? We know that there are a lot of people across the country and across the world who've actually died supposedly according to the Johns Hopkins University. I think that school's keeping all the statistics now. Who died according to this because of this virus. So what thoughts do you all have, or what concerns do you all have about possibly losing a loved one as a result of this virus?
Well, for me, I'm always concerned about my family getting hurt or in this case, getting sick. And it's definitely a scary thought, but we can't really do anything except for just pray through it, push through it, and just kind of make sure that you're staying as clean and as sanitized and making sure that you have good habits when you're going through it until we're done with everything.
That's true. We only have a certain amount of control, but the things that we can control, practicing what they're recommending about the social distancing, and you mentioned those good habits, and that's so important. Even if there were no virus, it's still a good idea to use to follow sanitary habits. All right. So yeah, that's a really good suggestion. Thank you. All right. Caleb.
My family is kind of spread out across the country, so I would have to pray and text them and see if they're okay and stuff, and have to make sure I'm okay myself.
Very good. So now, even that statement in and of itself, just reaching out to your loved ones and letting them know that you are okay, that will help to ease their stress, because this is a stressful time for a lot of people. And so one of the things that they don't have to worry about is you will let them know, hey, hey everyone, give them the thumbs up. I'm doing good. Check in and make sure they're okay. I love that. I love that idea. Amila?
Well, I think that I don't really have to worry about too many things because we haven't left the house since we heard this, and we've just been staying in. And I've been checking up with most people and telling them that we're all okay. And yeah.
Yeah. So, Amila, but do you have family members that are in different parts, right? Different parts of the country? Okay. Do you have any concerns about some of your extended family members maybe being affected by this? And if so, how are you dealing with that?
Well, I trust my family to be safe and to make the good decisions to stay home and not to go anywhere. But
Okay, very good. I love that. Okay. You came from a family. Our family knows we need to obey what the guidelines are, and they'll do that. Very good. I love that. So, Tony?
Well, I'm not like super stressed out about like because like I know that God is protecting me, my family. Like I mostly pray about it, and plus there are lots of germaphobes in my family, so I'm not too worried about them. But extended family members, like out of Florida and stuff, like I would check on them to make sure that they're okay and let them know that I'm okay, so that they don't feel like super stressed out or get worried.
Very good. Very good. So a few of you mentioned the idea of just surrendering this situation to God. Um, we believe that we are part of His family. We believe that He is concerned for us, and so the idea that we do have the authority, we have the ability to pray. That's a good suggestion on how we can do, and we're assured through the Bible that when we pray, He tells us we can cast our cares on Him. He says He cares for us. So a lot of stuff that things that we can't control, we ask God to protect our family members, protect our loved ones, keep them safe, and then we do the things that we can do. All right. So, but now here's a little different slant on this. I know that for many people, their family members are on the front line. They're considered essential workers. That means that they don't have the luxury. Amila mentioned that she's able to stay at home. Okay, but there are a few people a few of you who have family members who are required as a part of their career to be out and about with other people who may not have the same, let's say, same disciplines that you have or that your family has. So what are your thoughts about your family members who are being exposed to those individuals? Does that create any kind of concern or discomfort for you?
So for me and my family, especially the immediate family that lives in our house, Mama, she's kind of in and out, but she's not like gone every day. But with her working at the jail, there's obviously going to be people with like questionable habits that are coming in and out, going in and out, and that she has to be in contact with. But everybody in this house prays really hard about it. Everybody's safe and everybody's doing the right habits when they get home. So she just makes sure that she's careful, and whenever I go to work, I make sure that I'm careful, and we just make sure we wash our clothes and wash our hands.
Yeah, very good. So, Caleb?
My mom, she's actually out of town in Orlando. She's testing people for the coronavirus, which made me kind of scared because I didn't want her to go or get it. But, I'm texting her every day, asking if she's okay and stuff.
So you said that your mom is a nurse working in Orlando, and she's actually at one of the testing sites. Is that what I understood correctly?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Wow. So that definitely puts
Yeah.
her right in the let's say in the midst of the fire. All right, so yeah, but you are.
Mhm.
So, and when you said that you just pray with and you check on her daily, is that what I heard?
Mhm.
Yes. All right.
Yes, sir.
So, Mila, um, do you think that you operate with a deeper sense of calm? Because you mentioned that you all have not left the house. Talk to me about that.
Yes, so my mom is able to work at home, and she's able to do all of this stuff that she usually does at her job here. So, and we're doing school here too, so we're just not leaving the house, and we're just kind of staying here, and we're just, it's a whole lot calmer for me because it's not like any of my families were leaving anywhere. So,
Very good. All right. What about Tony? What about you?
Oh, wait, I forgot the question. What was the question? I'm sorry. What's the question?
What was the question, Jania? To help her out.
Like, how do you feel about mama going to work or family members going to work with
Oh.
people who don't have the same habits as us?
At first I was kind of nervous that my mom had to like go to her job because since she's an officer, she has to like be near like crazy people. So, uh, but they like her job, they're like taking lots of precautions and stuff and not letting them step too close to the inmate. So I think that she'll be okay. And plus, she says that she reads Psalms 91 every time she's about to work. So I think she's good.
Very good. All right. So it sounds like you all personally you're practicing the social distancing if required. If you try to stay at home so that you don't endanger yourself and you don't endanger someone else, and then you're making sure that you're not only strategic but you're disciplined about practicing good sanitation habits. Okay. So, what are there any other suggestions that you would offer to your peers who may have either family members who are required to go out or family members who are away that they don't see on a day-to-day basis? What suggestions would you give to them to try to keep them calm, to try to reduce the stress that they may be experiencing during this time?
I'm sorry, whenever you were asking the question, you were kind of breaking in and out, so I'm not sure what you said.
So if you were giving some input to one of your peers who maybe had a family member who was required to go out, or a family member who maybe wasn't taking this seriously and wasn't practicing good habits, what suggestions would you give to that person?
Um, More of just to kind of educating them on, because if they're already going out and they obviously, if you hear things, you're going to hear things if you live like anywhere at this point. So at this point, it would just be kind of advising them on where to look to get educated on it correctly, because if you're really educated on it, you're gonna start doing safer practices. Even if it's little by little, you'll still start doing something, so something's better than nothing.
Okay. Caleb, any recommendations?
I would just say stay safe and make sure everybody else in your family is safe.
Okay, very good, very good. Do what you're supposed to do. If you see somebody not doing what they're supposed to do, you remind them of it. What about you, Amila?
I would say to make sure you check up on your family and to make sure everyone is okay. And if someone doesn't know what to do really or is not doing what they should, then just help them out.
Okay, very good. All right, and Tony?
I'll just say make sure that like you check up on them and like make sure that they know the right precautions they need to take in order to not get the virus. And like if they don't know what they're doing, then like maybe like help them figure out how to do it correctly and so that they don't get sick.
Okay, very good. Hey, Jania, over I think it's your right shoulder, I see a picture of an image. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Oh,
So,
sure.
what is that?
So this is, oh, sorry. So this is one of my paintings. I don't know if you can.
I can see it. Yes.
but this is one of my paintings. And it's just been like a gradual progression. I have a photo of it up on my Facebook because I can't really get the details on the camera right here. But it's actually just my imagination and anything that I've seen when it comes to sunrises or sunsets. And then I just got some paints and just did what felt right, I guess. And then that came out after a little while.
Very nice. That's beautiful. I recall at our first session, you were saying that you're using this time away to do some of the things that you want to do. You're giving some attention to your hobbies. All right. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and wrap up. I think you all know what we asked you to do at this time. Is there anyone who doesn't know what we're getting ready to do? All right. So this is the Engage Youth Forum. Issues facing the youth with answers from the youth. And we want to remind you, if no one has told you today, we want you to know that we believe 1, 2, 3.
You are
important.
Are important. This is the Engage Youth Forum. You all stay tuned. We'll be back on next week. All right.